cleaning the protein. So this is that protein. I'm going to use grep command to clean the protein. Right click, open in terminal. Okay, first I created one folder, then the downloaded protein I pasted here. After that, I'm going to use grep command to clean the protein. Just copy the command, then go to terminal. No need to change anything here. If you are having your own protein, if you want to use your own protein, just you give here own protein name, any name. It can be only protein also, or whatever your protein, albumin, topoisomerase, gyrase, whatever your protein of interest, you can give here. And here also you can rename here. So for example, I'm giving clean protein, a processed protein. So it's done. If it is going to the next line like this, if you got means it's done, or else it will show error. So to see the output, I'm typing what are all the files are there in the folder. To know that, I'm typing ls. So now we are having our protein from a protein downloaded from PDB, whatever I saved before, and the processed protein means water removed protein. Is it fine? Then I'm going to convert PDB to GMX, means GROW format. GROW means GROWMAX format. In GROWMAX, there are many tools available. One of the tool is PDB to GMX. Okay, then I'm giving the file process.pdb as an input. Process.pdb as an input. F is nothing but structure file, and then output -o. -s for structure file, -o for output file. So here, if you want, we can keep the same file name, and then I'm giving water SPC as a water model. Actually, so many water models are there. Basically, we will use SPC. It's a simplest water model. And output I'm giving is .grow, GRO, GROWMAX file format. Okay. You can see what is that error came. GMX is not installed. Means first, before running this command, we have to give a source. Means we have to give a path. So after installing, we have to direct that source to use that GROWMAX. Source, user, local, GROWMAX, bin, and GMX RC. So we are giving the path source we are giving. Then same command I'm running. So here GMX I'm giving, GMX is the command, and then one of the tool PDB to GMX to convert the PDB to GROW format, GROWMAX file format, and I'm specifying the water model also, SPCE water model. Process.pdb does not exist. Okay, spelling mistake. So whatever the name you give, same name you have to give, otherwise it will give error. So once it's done, we have to assign the force field. Basically, for protein simulation, we are only for if you are doing only protein simulation, we can give OPLS, all atom force field. That is only for protein simulation. So group number 15 I'm selecting. So you can see total charges 8. So remember this. I will tell you why I'm telling you to remember. This is the total charge of the system. Just remember, I will tell you in upcoming step. And then you will get 3 files. After running this command, you will get 3 files. One is topology file, another one is position restraint file, and post processed structure file. 3 files you will get. We will see now what are the 3 files. So the same way, if you want to know what are the file which are done at the last moment, that means last step, what are the output file we got, just type ls, but small letter ls hyphen lt. So once you will type what are the files generated at the last time, all 3 files will be come at the top. So one is this file, grow file, and post.itp file, and topology file. As I told before, 3 files. Topology file is there. Position restraint file, that is called ITP, PORSC, post.itp file, and then grow file, structure file, means GROMACS file. Okay. Now I converted the PDB to grow format. Next, I'm going to assign the box. So before assigning the box, we will open that files. What are the information is there? We will see. So go to topology.top and right click, open with gedit. If you'll see protein chain, one chain is there, and it's the lysosome protein. And this is the force field is there, and post.itp is there. Now, okay, now I'm going to assign a box. So basically, there are many types of box are available, uh, but most frequently used box type is cubic only. How it will make a box means like from each edge of the protein, 1 nanometer it will take. Like the distance between the box and the protein is 1 nanometer. So, for example, if your protein is globular, sometimes your protein will be linear also. So, in that case, you can take octahedron or a dodecahedron, some other type of box are also there. That type of box you can take. So, as a default, we are using cubic as a box type. So, in this command, I'm using edit conf tool. Edit conf, what it will do, it will edit the grow file and it will generate that new box, whatever box we are keeping, that box along with the protein coordinates, everything, and then how much distance, 1 nanometer, and box type, BT box type. BT is BT box type. So the box parameters, everything is available here. Then next step is I'm going to solve it. Solve it is I'm going to fill the box with water. See, it's a coordinate file, coordinate along with a new box, that is -cp, and then cs. I'm putting that water model SPC216. Then output I'm giving again solvated GROMACS format and topology. It will update all the solvent in topology also. So I'm giving topology file also. So it's done. So total volume this much, density this much, and so total water molecule 10,644 is filled in that water box. So at the end of the topology file, you will get how many solvents added. It is there already, protein, and then how much solvent is added. That information will be updated in topology file. So whenever the new, whenever it will update, whatever the old file, it will come as a hash symbol. That updated file, it will be as a new file. So you can see here how many water molecule added, that solvent plus protein. So next, now we converted the PDB to GROM. After that, we created the box and then we solvated the protein. So next command, we are going to add ions. To add ion, one more tool called GenIon. GenIon is the one of the GROMACS inbuilt tool to add that ions. So to add ion, we need molecular dynamics parameter file, MDP file we need. So here you will get that MDP file. So I'm telling again, in this tutorial, here you can see like here or blinking here option is there. MDP file is normally used to run energy minimization or MD simulation, but in this case is simply used to generate a atomic description of the system. For example, MDP.file can be downloaded here. So if you go near to here, this here, it will blink, and right click and copy this page, paste in new notepad and save it as a ions.mdp. So whatever the file we are running, there only I'm going to save. Okay. All molecular dynamic parameter file for each step. From ions onwards, we need all MDP file for adding ions, for energy minimization.mdp, for equilibration step, equilibration phase 1, phase 2, nothing but NVT, npt.mdp, and finally md.mdp. All the files we are going to take from this tutorial only. So if you follow only, you know where exactly that where exactly you can find that files. So next command, here I am giving input that MDP, molecular dynamics parameter file, and then coordinate file, and then topology files, and I am going to give output as .tpr file. What is that .tpr file? So far, whatever output file we got, we just mention it as a GRO file only. For example, ions.GRO file, solvation.GRO file. But here we are mentioning as a TPR file. Why we are mentioning as a TPR file? Means here it will have all the parameter for all atom in the system. That information will be saved in .tpr file. That's why we are giving .tpr file. So copy this command. And then run. So my protein is 129 long, and then this many water molecules are there, 10,644. Now we added the protein. I told you in the beginning itself, net charge is 8. Means our protein is not in a neutral form. Net charge is still 8. So to neutralize the system, I'm going to neutralize by removing some of the water molecule, and then I'm replacing that water molecule with the chlorine ions so that it will be neutralized, because number of net charge is 8. It is in positive. Okay, positive net charge is 8. If it is negative, then we can neutralize by adding sodium. Means positive. If it is positive, then we have to add negative chlorine ions, or if system is negative, then we have to add positive ion to neutralize the system. So I'm going to remove water, 8 water molecule, and I'm going to replace that 8 water molecule by using chlorine. So you can see here all the 8 water molecules has been replaced by chlorine. So in the topology file also it will be updated, and you can see previously it was around 10,644, right? Now it has been reduced to 10,636, and it was replaced by chlorine. Is that clear? Okay, next step is energy minimization. Basically, why we are doing energy minimization? So after why we are doing energy minimization? If our protein is having any abnormal geometry, or if it is having any steric clashes or inappropriate geometry, abnormal geometry, or any steric clashes is there, if unwanted hydrogen bond is there, to remove the that abnormality, or to remove all the things, the steric clashes, inappropriate geometry, for that only we are doing energy minimization. So here, as I told in ion step itself, in each step we need that molecular dynamics parameter file. So in this step also it will show here. You can see assemble the binary input using GROMP using this. This is blinking, right? So here if you click, you will get that energy minimization MDP file. So copy and create as minim.mdp, and then run the next command. In this command, I'm giving that MDB file input and also coordinate file, whatever the file we got before, that's solvated as well as ions added file, then topology file, and again I'm giving energy minimized TPR file also as output, em.tpr. Now I'm going to run all the parameters we assign. Now I'm going to run energy minimization. So if you see here I'm using algorithm STEEP. To do energy minimization, there are two algorithms are there. One is steepen descent energy minimization. Another one is conjugate gradient energy minimization. Basically, as a default, we are using steep only. So maximum number of steps is 50,000 I'm giving. So these are like other parameters. So now I'm going to perform energy minimization. So in this step, we have to consider two things. Our potential energy should be always negative. If it in positive charge, again we have to give that whatever energy minimized step we got now output, that one we have to give it as an input, and we have to perform energy minimization. Or one more thing is that instead of steep, and we can do conjugate gradient also. Wherever we got steep, in that we have to edit by typing conjugate, and then we can give the same number of steps we can give. So until otherwise you are not getting negative that potential energy, then your protein is not minimized. So we have to run again and again and again and again to get the negative charge. That is one thing you have to take in your mind. And Fmax is nothing but maximum force. Maximum force also, it should be like below 10,000, sorry, below 1,000. Maximum step it is 1,000. So if it is running below 10,000 also, sometimes it may reach the energy minimization within 1,000 also. So till it will get negative charge, we have to give that maximum force also, as well as we have to assign the algorithm, either an steepent or conjugate gradient. So as I told before, if you will get positive charge here, potential energy, if it is positive, means indicator steep, it has mentioned algorithm. Instead of steep, here you can type conjugate gradient also, because compared to steep, conjugate gradient is more efficient, because while running steep, it may miss some of the local minima. So because it will run in very minimal step only. Conjugate gradient, it will consider all the steps, and it will run more efficiently than steepest gradient. That's why if in any case steepest descent method is not working, you can use conjugate gradient. Mostly I faced in membrane protein only. That too, in membrane simulation only, you will get most of the time positive charge. So in that case, what I did, like I remove first I run by steepest descent method. Then I gave that one as an input by changing the indicator to CG. Then again I ran conjugate gradient. Then I got that negative result. So until otherwise you will get the potential energy negative, till that time you have to run. Yeah, here also I got after 1,000 only. Maximum force is more than 1,003 steps only it has completed. But main thing we have to consider is potential energy. It should be negative. So I got minus 5.9. So my protein reached the local minima. So these are the files I will get as output. One is energy minimization.log file, and then binary energy file, EDR file, and TRR file, binary full precision strategy trajectory file, and then energy minimized structure, means coordinate file only. If you do ls-lt, you will get all the files, whatever it has mentioned here. em.log, em.grow file, structure file, and then TRR file, binary full precision trajectory file, and EDR file. So now I'm going to visualize that in so as I told before, if your system is Windows, you have to install Ubuntu. After installing Ubuntu, you have to install GrowMax also. So to visualize this plot, one more tool you have to install using uh, Same like here only you can install. The tool is called XM Grace to visualize the GrowMax output. XM Grace. So before running XM Grace, we have to make XVG file. XVG file only XM Grace can understand. So I have to generate XVG file. So here I'm going to plot for potential energy only. So how it is reached from where to where, that plot we can see here. So GMX as usual command, then energy, then input file I'm giving EDR, then output I'm giving XVG with the file with XM Grace can read. So here I'm going to plot for potential only. So potential is here, number 10. Then to come out, I'm giving 0. So to visualize, as I told, you have to install XM Grace, EXM Grace. Then potential.xvg. So if you see, initially my protein was this much, minus 3.5 only. So throughout that energy minimization, it slowly it came down. You can see here it came down. So the step of 103, almost here, 103, it's reached its minimization. 5 minus 5.8, right? So minus 5.8, it will come nearly here, and 103 step, it reached the minimization. Okay. To save the file, go to file and then save. So here it will be saved. So anytime you can visualize. Again, I'm repeating. Once you will open XM Grace, go to file, save. Okay. Till now, is there any doubt? So first we converted the protein into grow format, and then we made a box. After that, we solvated the protein. Then we added ion. Now we did energy minimization to remove the steric clashes as well as unwanted abnormal geometry and unwanted hydrogen bond. Now our protein is minimized. Next step is equilibration. In equilibration, what we are basically doing it. There are two phases in equilibration step. One phase is we are stabilizing the protein. Means we are giving our room temperature to our protein. Like we are stabilizing, we are bringing our protein to our room temperature. Room temperature is 37 degrees Celsius, right? So if you convert that degree to Kelvin, it will come around 350 or 300 something. So we are stabilizing the protein. We are bringing our protein to room temperature. So first step of equilibration, we are stabilizing the protein with temperature. Here we will get that MDP file for NVT. NVT is nothing but N for constant number of particle and V for volume and T for temperature. Basically in this temperature we are stabilizing the protein to the room temperature or body temperature 37 degrees Celsius, 315 Kelvin or 300 Kelvin. So here the temperature is mentioned in Kelvin only. So approximately 300 only we are giving, 300. So now our NVT file is ready, and em.grow, it is from the previous step, energy minimization step, and again we are giving np as usual topology file and output TPR file. Now I'm going to run first equilibration step. So I'm running for only 100 picoseconds. It will take hardly 10 minutes, or 7 to 10 minutes. So in the same way, we are going to run phase 2 also, and then finally MD protection. Till now, if you have any doubt, you can ask. Is that clear? So I'm repeating again. First, we are generating the grow file, means generating the topology also we can tell. So first we are converting our PDB to grow format, and then we are defining the box and we are solvating it, and then we are adding ions, then we are doing energy minimization. Now we are performing equilibration phase 1 and phase 2, then finally MD production, then analysis. Okay, it may take time. So already I run in another folder till MD. So I will show you the output from that folder. So here we are going to check for temperature, how much the protein is stable, uh, whether it came to our room temperature or our body temperature. So temperature here is 16. So here itself you can see initially it was 299.946. Now it is having around 3.03. Average. Okay, this is average. Okay, average temperature of our protein. So it start from 296. Now it is having around 304. So the average temperature is around 299.9. So almost 300 Kelvin. Now our protein is stabilized with temperature. So again, go to file. If you want to save this graph, save. Then next step is we are going to do equilibration step 2. Okay, it's done. So we saw the temperature dot xvg graph. Now I'm going to run equilibration step 2. So here also we need MDP file. So now we completed NVT, stabilize the temperature of the system. Now we are going to do NPT. So here number of constant particle, pressure and temperature. So already we did temperature. Now we are focusing on pressure. So here you will get MDP file for NPT.MDP. So here I'm giving structure file npt.mdp and then coordinate file means pdb file dot grow, growmax pdb file, then again dot grow, then cpt means checkpoint file. Checkpoint file, it will have information till how many steps has been done so far, all the information it will be there. So this will be useful while doing simulation also, because when you are doing simulation, in between it is stuck or it is done, you want to extend your simulation. So how many nanosecond it has run so far, that information will be there in checkpoint file, CPT file. Then as usual, I am giving topology file also, then output.tpr. So now I am running NPT, equilibration phase 2. Here also I am running for 100 picoseconds. You can track the running by going to that log file. So NVT log, NPT log. This is the new file, right? 19.54. So here you can check how many steps it has run so far, how many more steps it has to run. Okay. Which folder it is? Will I do one more time? So far it has run 10,000 steps. So I gave total 50,000 steps. So it will take minimum 4 minutes. So I'm telling again, in log file we can track how much time it will take, how many steps so far as completed. We can track in log file. In all log file we can track. Here also we already completed NVT, no? So here also log file is there. So it will show how many steps, how in each step what are the energies are varied, all we can see here. Then we are going to visualize the pressure.xvg file also. So already I completed that npt dot equilibration step also. So in that folder I'm going to show the results. So here also I'm giving the same command. Only the difference is I'm giving here pressure.xvg and I'm going to specify that mbd.edr file as a structure file and output file as the xvg file. So this is for pressure, right? So pressure number 18. So you have to select the group. Then you can visualize in GROMAT. So I selected 18 to end this command 0. So pressure also almost stable. You can see. Then if you want, you can save file, go to file, then save. Then next command is finally MD production only. For density also we can show graph in XMGrid, same command only. Just we have to give density.xeg. So I'm skipping that one. I'm going for next last command MD. So for running MD production, we need here also md.mdp file. So here you will get then you can run the same command. So I'm just running for only 1 nanosecond so that we may get the results within 10 to 20 minutes. That's why I'm running for only 1 nanosecond. It's your wish. If you are having good system and you can run for you can run for as many runs. For example, even you can run for 1 macrosecond also. So now I'm running just for time being. I'm running for a demo 1 nanosecond. I'll see whether it's here it is done. So I'm giving here GMX, GROM, an input structure file and coordinate file, then checkpoint file from the previous step, how many steps so far done, then topology file, then output as a TPR file. Then final command for MD production. So I want to track, if you want to track in each command also you can give -v and then and append. So it will tell you when it will complete, how much time it will take. Today is August 27. Time is 22:04. What is the time? Okay, 9:18. In my system, it is showing 9:18, 9 o'clock 18 minutes. So based on that, it is telling. So it will complete by 10. It will slow down. Maybe it will complete within 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So I will show the output here. Here I already completed MD protection also. So right click, open terminal, then give up source. So first, after get what are the output file you will get, I will tell you. Do ls. So ls. Okay, I already did the logs. So you will get md xtc file. md.tpr file. These two files you have to remember. These are the most important files to do the analysis further. So XTC file, then TPR file. So as I told in the beginning, TPR file it will have all the parameter for all the atom in the system. That is TPR file. Okay, that also we will give it as input for all the analysis step. And this one is XTC file. XTC file it will store all the trajectory of the protein. So first I'm going to refine the XTC file, means I'm going to extract again trajectory file only. For that command gmx, and I'm going to use the tool called trjconv. It is GROMACS inbuilt tool to extract the trajectory. So these analysis, maybe it won't be there in the tool. Okay, it's there, trjconv, and we are giving input as a TPR file, and XTC file I'm giving structure file, means trajectory file or structure file, and then output again I'm extracting, and then I'm specifying the periodic boundary condition, and then I'm making the molecule center. What is that periodic boundary condition? Periodic boundary condition is a imaginary boundary we are creating around our protein and our system. Okay, if it will go beyond the boundary, it will look like sometimes protein is moving or protein is coming out of the boundary. It's just an imaginary boundary only it will look, but it is inside only. Our protein is inside only. In some cases only I'm telling. In some cases it will look like our protein it's jumping out of the periodic boundary. So you can copy this command. I told we are extracting the trajectory. For that we are using trjconv trajectory, and then I'm giving -s TPR file and -f structure trajectory file. Output again I'm refining the trajectory only just by making our molecule center, and I'm giving periodic. It should be within our periodic boundary condition. So I'm specifying everything, and then I'm running. So now I'm going to select our protein and our system. So group 1 and 0. So it's just the 1 nanosecond only, means 1000 steps only. So it's extracted very faster. Now I'm going from the refined XTC trajectory file, I'm going to extract my PDB file. So directly they went for RMST analysis, but we want protein only, right? We want to see whether it has been simulated properly or not by comparing with the native protein, whatever we gave at the beginning. So we want PDB file only. So that I'm going to write a command gmx trjconv, and I'm giving the same TPR file, and then -f, that a newly generated XTC file. Okay. Newly generated XTC file is no PBC. This one is our last XTC, refined XTC file. Then I want the PDB format only. So I'm giving protein 1 nanosecond dot PDB dump. I want my protein to dump in my desktop for 1 nanosecond. Python dump. Python dump. So I want my protein only. So I'm selecting 1. Now I'm going to visualize my protein, pi mole, protein 1 nanosecond, and then our initial protein. So processed protein or water removed protein or downloaded protein from PDB, 1 AKI. So 2 proteins we can see. Yeah. So first I will align our 1 nanosecond protein to our PDB protein. Now I align. So we can see clearly this green one is that native protein downloaded from PDB, and red one is our 1 nanosecond. So we can't see much difference because it's just 1 nanosecond only. At least if you want to see some difference, we have to extend our simulation till 1 nanosecond. Then also we can see here. If you see here, one beta sheet is there, but in our native protein, it's just a loop. And also here also you can see it is still here to here only. That from our native protein, the beta sheet is this much only, but it extended to till here. So if you want more stable and a good reliable structure for your research work, means you have to extend the simulation at least for 50 or 20 nanoseconds. And one more thing we can find here, our root mean square deviation. After aligning, it will show here itself what is the. So RMST, it's RMST is not that much. It's just 0.9, 0.9 only. It's not that much deviation. So this is one way of finding RMST, and another way is. So now I'm closing the PyMol. So here command is there to visualize as a plot. So RMS command for RMST. I'm giving input all parameter for all atom parameter file, TPR file, then the refined XTC file, and I'm going to generate rmst.xvg. The file can read by XM Grace, and then I'm giving that nanosecond also, hyphen to you nanosecond. Okay, GMX. For see RMST mainly we will see what is backbone only. So I am selecting 4. 4 is our backbone here, group number 4. 2 times you have to type 4, again 2, again 4. 2 times we are selecting the backbone. You can see our protein. So I run for only 1 nanosecond. So if you see, it is not deviated much. 0.05 to 0.15 only. That range is very short. It is not even 2. 0 to it's not even 0.2. It's just 0.5 to 0.15 only. The deviation. It's not much. So it's really good only. So if you can extend the simulation, you can extend the simulation till 20 so that you will get a more stable structure. Save. That's it. If you have any doubt, you can ask now. How to convert the final output grow file to PDB. Is it fine? I gave all the command. So how to refine the trajectory and how to dump the file. Here, okay, here you can type your protein name, how many nanosecond and how much nanosecond you want to dump. Here our one is only 1 nanosecond, so 1000 I gave. Here it is for 20. Based on your number of nanosecond, you can edit your file. And also whatever the name you are giving for XTC file and then TPR file, say based on that you can edit. Yeah, in that I gave first that structure file and after that TPR file. It's not a much, it won't create any error. You can proceed with this command also. Any questions? Is that clear? Sir, so if you want to ask any question regarding homology modeling Autodog also you can ask, and also about simulation also you can ask. Any simulation, protein ligand, protein membrane simulation or any other simulation. For Gromax, is there any problem coming? Can I contact you in future? Sir, it's my guide Mohan sir. You can contact. So if you want to uh, get any more training or if you want to learn, you can come to our department after getting permission from my guide. Um, we can have direct session. Okay, pH dependent simulation. pH dependent simulation. Actually, we are planning to start. We didn't start yet, but my other lab mates are doing. So if you want to really explore that, you can ask in later, or personally you can send mail also. I'm not. I'm not familiar with pH dependent simulation. How many of you not able to follow homology modeling or Autodoc? If you have any doubt or anything, you can ask. Pro, protein ligand simulation. Really good demo in short period. Okay, protein ligand simulation also I will show you in the tutorial itself. So type in Google GoMax tutorial. So here you will get that list of what are the different types of simulation. So here it is the protein ligand simulation. So go to start the tutorial. So only difference is here our protein is having ligand, means our protein is it is in a complex mode. So in the first step while importing, what you have to do, you have to remove our ligand. Only that PDB structure, whatever the protein of your interest, that only you have to import. And we have to prepare your ITP file. Here we are preparing ITP file for our protein, right? 3 files we are preparing. One is ITP file, and then topology file, then finally grow file. We are generating 3 files in this step. The same way you have to prepare a ITP file for ligand. So for that, what we have to do, one tool is there, ProDRG. ProDRG server. This is only for ligand. So if you will import your ligand here, it will generate ITP file as well as the PDB coordinate file for your ligand. So whatever the ligand you are having, you have to paste your that ligand coordinate file. That coordinates will be there, no? That you have to paste here. Okay, I will show one of my work. I can find. Okay, only that simulation final file only it's there. Final XTC file. PTB file is there. Okay, one ligand I will take from drug bank. Basically, for what we will go for simulation. You might have done docking and you are having complex. Okay, then you want to know how much the protein ligand complex is stable. So for that only we used to go for simulation, right? So after doing docking, before importing into simulation, first we have to separate protein and ligand. First we have to generate ITP file, both of them separate. Then in the second command onwards, we have to merge our protein and with our prepared PDB file. Then whatever the commands we followed, the same way. But the main difference is this OPLS force field, no, it is only specific for protein. So for protein ligand complex, we have to always use GROMAX. So most of the time we are preferring this one only because these are all that older version. Or if you are expert, you know already this GROMAX and all, then you can go for Amber. So in our lab, what basically we are following for protein ligand complexes, this one only, GROMAX, this one, 54A7 phosphyl 15. So then we have to generate, these are the different tools to generate that ITP file. So Amber also there, Amber and Chamber is there, and Charm C Gen FF is there, and we are using, for most of the time we are using ProDRG and ProDRG for this force field, phasic force field. Okay, this is the same. This same file we can do also. For example, this is the ligand file, whatever, and this is the coordinate file of the ligand. So after generating the topology file, we have to include our ligand in the topology. That is the first difference from protein simulation alone. So here you have to include ligand topology, that ligand name plus ITP. This file where you will get means you will get from that ProDRG. So here you will copy paste your ligand coordinates and then you have to run. From here you will get ITP file and PDB file of your ligand. So after running the first command in protein, you will get topology file and then ITP file and then finally GRO file. That is only for protein. In that topology file only, you have to add your ligand.itp file. Then after adding your ligand file to your protein topology, you will get like this, unk.1. unk means your ligand and it is only 1. Next, as usual, you have to go for solvation by creating a box. So here they are using that dodecahedron, this type of protein. It is not cubic. It's all depends upon your protein only. So the box type you have to mention and you have to fill with water. Again, you have to solvate the filling the water means solvating the system. Then based on your total charge of your system, you have to add your charges. So here we are adding 6 and total number of solvent is this much. And this is your ligand and this is your protein. Same procedure only except we are including our ITP file, ligand ITP file in the beginning of your topology file. That is the only difference. After that, everything is same only. You are making the box and you are solvating it. You are adding ions. It's all depends upon the protein and total charge. This adding ion step is total depends upon your protein. And then again, same step only, minimization you are doing. So in every step you will have like this kind of blink option so that you will get your MDP file. So this is your MDP file. As I told before, in this MDP file also they are using steep descent algorithm only. So after running the same command only, all are same only. Only protein name and the ligand is different. Protein and ligand is different. Here we are running complex. And then same two-step equilibration step. Then finally MD production. So same command only. Same we are giving structure file, GRO file, CPT file, topology file. So here one extra thing is index. So here you have to make an index. After run, this is before running or after running. This is before running NVT, means after running energy minimization, before running equilibration step, you have to create an index. Index means you have to combine your protein and ligand. First step we are manually combining, and that here we are creating one separate file for protein and ligand, which we are storing that protein and ligand complex in index. So for that you are making one index, make underscore MDX means you are making an index, and here you are giving that previous file, whatever that energy minimization file will be there, that file you have to give, and you are making one file called index.ndx, or any name you can give, index.ndx, and here you are specifying your ligand. That is the only difference. After that, this command you are running. Then as usual, you are running that NVT and MD production. If I'm giving demo, it will be easy. So you just go through, you try to run by yourself. If you are facing problem, we will help you.
Brinda, this is Ashmita. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. One thing I was just curious. So if we want to actually run a protein ligand simulation,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
is it also required to run a simple protein simulation as a control?
No need, ma'am. Actually, no need.
Okay. So I mean, what are we looking for? We are looking for whether or not it is getting more stabilized than the protein itself, right?
No, actually, before docking, you will be having one complex, right? That only you are going to compare with your final MD simulated file,
Okay.
right?
Brinda,
Okay.
Yes,
can I answer?
yes, sir. Yes.
Ashmita, actually, no, see, you have to look at what you are looking for. Whether you are trying to see the conformation change before and after ligand binding. If you are going to look at
Okay.
those kind of statistics, like particularly this type of things comes into when you are talking about
Okay.
receptor like agonist, antagonist binding, how the conformation is changing, then you may have to go about simulating protein alone, then along with the ligand you have to do. Okay. So sometimes,
Right.
but if you are just going to see whether the protein ligand complex that you got in your docking, whether it is stable enough, then maybe just that is
Right.
sufficient. Okay. It depends upon the purpose. Okay. You may have
Right.
to,
Right.
sometimes you don't have to do it, sometimes you may have to do it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Usually, like when one is doing, suppose trying to identify ligands, then one may have identified top 3 or top 4 ligands. Then one is trying to find out the best out of them.
Then
In
you
that
don't
case,
need.
we are cross comparing. Then we don't need.
Yeah, then you don't need. Exactly. Only between the ligands.
Just
And if you have a standard
okay.
ligand, just you have to look at the
Hmm.
standard, how the standard ligand or standard inhibitor is behaving in the MD simulation. Then you have to compare your new ligands. Okay, that is
Okay.
more than sufficient.
Standard versus that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Okay. So thank you very much. Yeah. Help. Yeah. Thanks.
Then they can continue.
Yes, sir.
So I'm not sure whether this ligand handling the data warrior. Uh, are we moving into this one main link?
Sir.
Give me a second. No. So we go to okay, we can go. So what happened? Some other meeting is not able to join. Okay. It's not clear how long it will take. Okay. We can ask. Let's go ahead and finish. Okay. We can go to the main one. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Address. Okay. Karamveer.
Yes, sir.
Karamveer, there is a small change in the program. So Professor Balakrishnan, director, he won't be joining the program. Okay.
Okay.
So Professor HSP Rao is here, our former HOD. So he will be giving the validation function.
Okay.
So I think so participants. So what we'll do is we will have the validatory function. Then we can if you have any doubt, still we can interact with the scholars and with me also on the faculty members. Okay. So I think Professor Dinakar Rao, can we start the program?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Some problem was there.
Can we start?
Yeah, we can start. Karamveer is there?
Yeah, Karamveer is there. Take care.
Yeah, please, you start the function.
Ilavarsan, you are there?
Ilavarasan.